Once they were the owners of these lands. All these vast expanses of forests, mountains and valleys belonged to them. And they lived off the fruits of nature without disturbing its harmony. Their rhythm of life was in tandem with the tunes of their environment. A rhythm that echoes in their music. The music and dance have helped mitigate the hardships of life and brought them together in nurturing the values of mutual trust and love. But with the periodic arrival of usurpers from the plains, their lives got altered drastically. Soon, they were deprived of everything. People with no land, no rights. Even today, the Adivasis of Wayanad in northern Kerala remain marginalized. Life for them is a struggle with no end. The last hope of liberation being the education of their children. But these hapless children contributed only to the school attendance. These students were hardly able to grasp the alphabets, not to speak of completing formal education. The answer to this predicament was an alternative education system with its roots in tribal culture. It was in the late 1970s that Mr. K.J. Baby walked into the lives of the Wayanad tribals with a vision of his own. Noted for his books, Nadu Gadiga and Maveli Mandram, set against the backdrop of tribal culture, Baby had a long association with the tribals of Wayanad. While participating in many a tribal uprising, he found an alarmingly high incidence of school dropouts among tribal children. Something had got to be done to make education relevant and meaningful to them. Thus, while organizing evening classes for school dropouts, Baby saw a dream of an alternative education system for the children of the Adivasis. And Kanavu was that dream. Kanavu, based at Nadavayal in Wayanad, had a humble beginning in 1994 with financial assistance for infrastructure from a Bangalore-based charitable trust. Deviating from the conventional pedagogy, Baby worked out a different system of education with the help of a few activists and his wife, Shirley Joseph.
In 94, when we started, there were only 32 children here. Right now there are 52, 27 girls and 25 boys. Almost all of them are tribals except 4, including our own 2, Shantipriya and Gidipriya.
Understanding nature is the first lesson that children learn at Kanavu. Towards this end, Kanavu grows its own food. The harvest festivities, with all the traditional ceremonies, make this school a commune where inmates feel no differences among themselves. Knowingly or unknowingly, this fraternity has become a pilgrimage to the lost identity of a foregone culture. Is this a pedagogy of the oppressed?
ഒരു സമൂഹ ജീവി എന്ന നിലയിൽ മനുഷ്യൻ്റെ സ്നേഹം, ഈ പരസ്പര വിശ്വാസം ഇതൊക്കെയാണ് ശരിക്കും നന്മ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ഇതൊക്കെ ഇന്നത്തെ ഈ സമൂഹത്തിൽ ഇതുവരെ നശിച്ചു പോയിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന ഒരു കാലത്താണ് നമ്മൾ ജീവിക്കുന്നത്. അപ്പം പരസ്പര ഈ മത്സരങ്ങളും വ്യക്തിയോടും അതേപോലെ കുടുംബത്തിനോടും എല്ലാം രാജ്യത്തിനോടും പൊരുതിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ്. അപ്പോൾ ഈ സമയത്ത് എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്ന പഴയ ഗോത്രവർഗ്ഗങ്ങളിൽ മാത്രമാണ് ഇപ്പോഴും ഒരു പരസ്പര സ്നേഹത്തിൻ്റെയൊക്കെ ഒരു പച്ചപ്പ് കാണാൻ പറ്റുന്നത്. അതിനെ എങ്ങനെ വളരെ നല്ല രീതിയിലേക്ക് കൊണ്ടുവന്നിട്ട് ഈ സമൂഹത്തിൻ്റെ ഒരു വിദ്യാഭ്യാസത്തിൻ്റെ ഭാഗമായിട്ട് ഈ നന്മേനെ എങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ നമുക്ക് വളർത്തിക്കൊണ്ടുവരാൻ പറ്റും, ഇതാണ് കനവിൻ്റെ ശ്രമം.
More than a vague theoretical proposition, one can see this philosophy at work in every activity at Kanavu. In cultivating their food, cooking it together, sharing the meals and staying together, the inmates of Kanavu are putting their philosophy into practice. By no way Kanavu fits into the concept of a conventional school. It doesn't follow any rigid curriculum. On the contrary, it has successfully applied the noble way of cooperative learning and peer teaching procedures. Children are divided into 7 groups, which are headed by senior students, each one of them handling a specific subject. Subjects of study include history of Wayanad, epics, proverbs and fables, arithmetic, geography, drawing, language, basic sciences, and study of the environment. Study time at Kanavu begins at 10 in the morning and goes on until noon. After every 20 minutes, the groups rotate to change their subjects. A system without the hassles of examination and ranking. Education here is pure quest for knowledge. For students who once failed to cope with the education in ordinary schools, learning has become interesting. This interactive learning process provides a solid footing for the empowerment of a marginalized society. The group leaders, who form the peer group, function as the pillars of the system in Kanavu. Every evening, they assemble for the appraisal of the day's activities and to plan for the future. In the process, the group leaders get their share of knowledge from the elders. A modest library with a holding of over 2,000 titles initiate the students to newer frontiers of knowledge. Kanavu in Malayalam means dream. For many students, it has given new dreams and hopes of realizing them. As Saji, one of the students, puts it.
ഇവിടെ വന്നിട്ടാണ് ശരിക്കും എഴുത്തും വായനയൊക്കെ ശരിക്കും ഇങ്ങനെ പഠിക്കാൻ പറ്റിയത്. അതാണ് അവിടെ വന്നിട്ട് ഈ പഠിത്തത്തിലെ ഇത്. പിന്നെ അവിടുത്തെ അല്ലാതെ പിന്നെ അവിടെ ഇങ്ങനെ പഠിത്തം മാത്രമല്ലേ, ഇവിടെ അതല്ലേ സ്കൂളുമാണ് വീടുമാണ്, പിന്നെ അങ്ങനെ കുറേ ഉപകരണങ്ങളൊക്കെ ഉണ്ടല്ലോ, സ്വപ്നം വരെ കാണാൻ പറ്റാത്ത ഉപകരണങ്ങൾ ഞങ്ങളിപ്പോൾ പഠിച്ച് ഞങ്ങൾ സ്റ്റേജിലൊക്കെ അവതരിപ്പിക്കുമ്പോൾ ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് തന്നെ ഒരു അഭിമാനം തോന്നുന്നുണ്ട്.
And gradually, children once lost in deprivation are now trying to express themselves.
My red balloon, fly high, so high, so high. I jump up high and try to fly, but can't you tell me why?
If understanding nature is the body of Kanavu, Music and other fine arts form the soul of this experiment. Every day in Kanavu begins with Swarasadhakam, where children are given training in music and musical instruments. Baby, a musician by himself, leads the classes. These children constitute the music troupe of Kanavu, which generates a major share of its income. But that is not the end in itself. Music helps add to the wholesome enrichment envisaged by Kanavu.
ഇവർ ഈ ഗോത്രത്തിൻ്റെ ഒരു സവിശേഷത എന്താണെന്ന് വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ജനിച്ച് വീഴുമ്പം മുതലേ ഇവർ തുടിത്താളങ്ങളും അതേമാതിരി തന്നെ ഈ കാരണവന്മാരുടെ കഷ്ടപ്പാടുകൾക്കിടയിലാണെങ്കിലും ഇങ്ങനെ ചുവട് വെച്ചുള്ള പതിഞ്ഞ നൃത്തങ്ങൾ ഇതെല്ലാം കണ്ടു കേട്ടിട്ടാണ് ഇവർ വളരുന്നത്. അപ്പോൾ അത് അവരുടെ ജന്മത്തിൽ ശരിക്കും ജീവവായുമായിട്ട് തന്നെ ലയിച്ചു ചേർന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഈ താളവും അതേമാതിരി തന്നെ ഈ രാഗങ്ങളും വ്യത്യസ്ത രാഗങ്ങളും.
This innate sense of rhythm helps the children master the intricacies of classical dances like Mohiniyattam, which originated in Kerala. Mohiniyattam and Kalaripaita are the only areas where specialist teachers are engaged. Learning a few steps from Kalaripaita and yoga helps them in keeping their body and mind healthy. In a short span of 2 years, these students have acquired enough skills, amazing speed and felicity of body to excel in this traditional martial art. The evening get-togethers help them polish their talents and provide enough confidence for performing in public. Apart from giving the much-needed finance, these shows provide ample opportunities for the children to articulate themselves. Nobody wastes time and energy here. Afternoons are devoted for training in various crafts like pottery. By mastering such crafts and fine arts, the children of Kanavu take education beyond the confines of the classroom and make it a tool for self-development. Growing cash crops like coffee is yet another step in this direction, which also adds up to their meager resources. While preferring to be self-reliant, Kanavu doesn't undermine its social responsibilities, but there is always a question as to how equipped these children are in leading a life of their own.
Education in Kanavu is not designed to prepare anybody for life outside. As far as we are concerned, life is not something that's marked out as education and life as two separate entities. The children are living here, they will go on living out in the outside world also. But whatever skills or whatever training they have had here helps them to face the world outside with more confidence.
And how confidently they face the world would decide the future of a whole society. If students once labelled as morons can learn a few things about history, answer a few questions about their environment, can perform a song, or speak in public about their rights, Kanavu is a success. Kanavu is gaining in reputation day by day. Once ignored by education experts, Kanavu has become the venue for interactive learning classes for teachers and students of the mainstream schools. These plays, songs and dances throw away all the inhibitions of the children, helping them to mingle with one another freely. You can share the dream. You're welcome to Kanavu if you can narrate a story, recite a poem or dance with the children. For Baby and Shirley Joseph, Kanavu is more than an experiment. It is an affair dear to their heart. That is why they have enrolled their children, Shantipriya and Geetipriya, at Kanavu. Of course, they have a whole society behind them.
ഇതുപോലെ ഇങ്ങനെ എല്ലാ വിവരങ്ങളും ഇങ്ങനെ പഠിച്ചു വന്നു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ തന്നാലെ പോയി അവിടെ പോയി അവരോട് പോയി ചോദിക്കാനും ഈ ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇന്നത് തരാനുണ്ട് ഇന്നത് ഞങ്ങളെ പിടിച്ചെടുത്തിട്ടുണ്ട് ഇത് ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് വേണം ഇത് തരാണ്ടിരുന്നാൽ ഞങ്ങൾ സമരം ചെയ്യും എന്നൊക്കെ ധൈര്യമായിട്ട് പറയാനുള്ള ഒരു പിന്നെ തണ്ടകം വേണമല്ലോ അതിന് പിള്ളേർ പഠിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുക.
Kanavu is a silent revolution. It is an effort to arm a society that has lost everything. Look at these faces. Perhaps they may empower themselves to liberate a community from years of subservience and marginalization.